So I grew up with poverty, and poverty framed the way I viewed the world to a large extent.
Wow, that's quite a statement right there. So really, poverty is almost a way of thinking before it's a reality then.
It is. And then what happens is people start spiritualizing poverty, and that's what poverty was preached over the pulpit. You know, God's people were poor, the apostles were poor, the Son of Man had not where to lay his head, and Peter and John at the temple said, silver and gold have I none. And so a lot of scriptures were pulled out of context and used to justify poverty, and never at any point where was anyone ever challenged to get an education, to get a better job, or to be better stewards, or to do anything to break it.
Sure.
Let's accept it, let's spiritualize it, and let's wear our poverty on our sleeve as a badge of honor and a badge of our spirituality.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that in the church contexts in which I grew up. And when that changed for me is when I became of age. I moved to Little Rock and got under the ministry of Bishop Holmes. And he was the first person that I'd heard preach the theology of blessing. And he talked a lot about the blessings of God, getting in the flow of blessing. And I can remember on many occasions the first few months of being under his leadership, sitting on the pew and mentally resisting what he preached about. And because it's not supposed to be that way. God's people aren't supposed to be blessed. And if somebody is wealthy, there's got to be something wrong with that person, because doesn't the Bible say that wealth is bad? Doesn't the Bible say that if you're wealthy, you'll be lost?
Well, and the rich man is always used, I shouldn't say always, but the rich man was used a few times in a very negative connotation.
Indeed he was.
So you don't want to be a rich guy, right?
And godliness with contentment is great gain.
Right. Exactly.